from Louisiana's home team. This is Fox 8 News at 10 p.m.
Chris Rose says he's become scared of the streets of New Orleans.
Yeah, in tonight's commentary, he shares an experience that he says changed his life.
It was 6:20 in the morning, a week ago Saturday. My daughter had a cross-country meet in Kenner at 7. So I was walking from my French Quarter apartment to get my car parked about 4 blocks down Rampart Street, just outside of Armstrong Park. Walking down the sidewalk, I noticed a man on the other side of Rampart going in the opposite direction as me. But as I evened up with him across 4 lanes of traffic and the neutral ground, he turned and began walking in the same direction as me. And my stranger danger alarm went off immediately. There have been a lot of assaults and robberies and a killing in my neighborhood lately. All of them perpetrated against middle-aged white guys walking alone in the middle of the night. Targets, I believe, is the street term for us. And a brick or other blunt object upside the head seems to be the current means for taking us down. Now, I wondered why he did that, why he turned and started walking in my direction at my pace. I wondered why it was still so dark outside at that hour. I wondered why everything seemed so quiet and why there were no cars or pedestrians around on Rampart Street. Now, the 1st District Police Station's just 300 yards away, but I was walking in the opposite direction. The stillness of it all, and there being just me and this guy out there, I got a bad vibe. And that's when I saw 2 young men up ahead, leaning against the doorway. They wore hoodies. It wasn't that cold out. Everything felt wrong now. So I stepped off the sidewalk, and I crossed over to walk on the neutral ground, more visible to passers-by, had there been any. And when I got even with the 2 guys in hoodies, they began walking in the same direction as me also. These guys were on either side of me now, on both sidewalks, and I was wondering, where is everybody? It's after 6 a.m. Shouldn't there be some car traffic out here? Maybe even some random folks on their way home after a long night. Where are the police at this hour? Somebody. Anybody. These 2 guys in hoodies, they were just standing there, like they were waiting for something to happen. And I began to get the strange feeling that something might be me.
Wednesday night on Fox 8 News at 10, Chris Rose tells us whether his intuition was right. He describes the rest of his experience. Again, that's Wednesday night.
Rose is sharing his scary experience in the French Quarter.
In tonight's commentary, he describes what happened on the night that changed his life.
My last broadcast, I began a story about being surrounded by 3 young men on Rampart Street a week ago. It was pitch dark, the street deserted. I was walking on the neutral ground to my car parked here outside Armstrong Park. The men, boys really, were on the sidewalks on both sides of me. As I began to veer off the neutral ground toward my car, behind which now was standing one of the guys. And the 2 guys in hoods stepped off the opposite sidewalk, slowly, up and over the neutral ground toward me. I couldn't see their faces, and their hands were in their pockets, and nobody spoke. I was wishing somebody would drive by. I was wishing a group of drunks would round the corner, breaking the tension. I was wishing I had a gun, because I thought, this is it. Right here. Right now. It's the kind of radical thinking that can change your life forever. I didn't get to say goodbye. I was thinking I didn't get to say I love you. I needed a few seconds to think while their hands were still in their pockets. So I began to act disoriented, wobbling, moving herky-jerky. The guy behind the car began to step around it, and the 2 hoodies got so close I could literally touch them. And then I barked. A very strange noise, a croak, a scream, I don't really know, but it blurted out of me. It just happened. And everyone froze for just that second. And I beat feet. That phrase, running for your life? Yeah. I bolted up onto the neutral ground and headed toward 2 sets of headlights way up Rampart, but headed in my direction. I ran, waiting for gunshots. I ran, waiting for footsteps. I ran, waiting for a brick upside the head. I just ran. When I got 2 blocks up, I stopped and I looked back. They were just standing there, looking at me. They were standing next to my car with their hands in their pockets. Take what you want, I was thinking. You can have the car, man. But you're not getting me. Not this time, at least. And that was the last I saw. that there's a plague in this town, an affliction, a generation of lost boys in hoodies with their hands jammed in their pockets and trouble in their minds. These young men I encountered a week ago Saturday, it seems in all likelihood that they will kill or be killed somewhere along the line. And the rest of us, we can run for our lives. But how long can we hide, really? From them? From all of it?
And that is a true story.
Yeah.
Luckily, he is okay.
Very scary situation.
Yeah, no doubt.